hello and welcome along to the first edition of Chasing the Dollar for 2013. Ben Damon is my name, Tim Newbold. Thanks for joining us for the first show of the new year. Now, we've got a pretty good show to kick it off too, because there's some very nice racing. 8 heats of the Paws of Thunder.
Yeah, it's great to be back, Benny. An intriguing meeting here on Saturday night, the Group 1 Paws of Thunder. More than a quarter of the runners engaged in the series are Victorians. They're here en masse. They're going to play a big part in the series. Really looking forward to it. As far as a punting and tipping meeting goes, it is very tough. There are a stack of runners which haven't seen Wentworth Park. They may have trialled, but I don't know that information at the moment. So a tough meeting.
Well, we're going to go through the 4 legs of the Quaddie. Then Tim is going to give us his tips for all 8 legs of the Paws of Thunder. So we'll kick it off with the first leg of the Quaddie. And race number 5, well, it is one of the staying races on the program. It is the Summer Plate. It is one of the heats. Race number 5. Take us through it, Tim.
I like number 6, Irma Bale. She's done it on the staying ranks in the Group 1 company for 12 to 18 months now. She comes back to Wentworth Park where she hasn't won a race in 4 races, but she has placed on 3 times. I think she's well drawn wider out in between a couple of moderate beginners. I think she only needs to step cleanly to roll to the lead, and she'll be very hard to gun down. I think she's clearly on top, number 6, Irma Bale. 3, Lectra Radiant is a big danger. The other Victorian in the race, trained by Andrea Daly, is debuting at Wentworth Park. Debuted over the 700 metres last time out at the Meadows and scored in great fashion. I think this greyhound's going to make a name for himself over the longer trips. He goes very quick early and mid-race. He's got a huge chance. He's the main danger to Irma Bale. And the one which we'll be running on is number 1, Jar Jar. She drops out early. She'll be giving them 10, 12, 15 lengths at some stage during the race, and she'll be powering home for the multiples.
Okay, Tim, let's move on to the second leg of the Quaddie. It's race number 6, and this is heat 4 of the Paws of Thunder. Plenty of Victorians here as well, and it does make it pretty tough to line them up.
I like number 5, Alan Dion. The wider he draws on the track, the better it is for him. He's got experience at Wentworth Park. He raced through the Vic Peters here. He's normally a safe beginner, and he's got good speed when he gets rolling into stride. As I said, he's well drawn in the centre to wider on the track. I think if he can find the lead at the first turn, he'll be very hard to gun down. Number 5, Alan Dion. 6, Kobe J for Ron Bell is going great guns at the moment. One of the most informed greyhounds in New South Wales. Can be touchy at box rise, but has got high speed when he hits the ground. He's got a terrific chance. Throw in 7, Hoover Boy. He could be the knockout runner. He lacks pace, but very strong. He's got a powerful finish, and he's well drawn wide on the track. If the leaders come together at any stage and there's any mixing, he'll be hitting the line very strongly.
That'll take us to race number 7, and this is another of the heats of the Paws of Thunder. It is heat number 5. Now, we've got an interesting runner from New South Wales going around in this race. Blow the Dough is one that plenty of our viewers will have been watching go through the grade. Steps up again. Do you think is a chance here?
She's going great guns, but she is really facing Group 1 company here. I think this one might be a bit out of a league this early. I think she can make a Group Greyhound certainly down the track, but it may have come just a little too soon. I like number 5, Spud Regis. This greyhound is the Adelaide Cup winner. He's been off the scene for a couple of months now, and I think that was a good thing. He had a heck of a lot of racing, and he seemed to be racing flat at the end of his last preparation. He's coming into this on the fresh side, trained by the Dailies. Putting him straight in a Group 1 race, to me, says he's airborne in private. So I'm going to take the risk. He is debuting at the track, which is a little concern, but he's got all class. Number 5, Spud Regis. 3, Jagger Swagger for Marco Zapati, debuting at the track, but I would imagine Mark has trialled the greyhound here. He's a greyhound that can run flying time. He's got a huge chance. And throw in number 4, Winsome Charlie for the multiples. Lacks early pace, but she's very strong. A good win here last week. She'll be hitting the lines powerfully at the end, and she's got to be thrown into the multiples.
Well, race number 8 is the final leg of the Quaddie. It is heat number 6 of the Paws of Thunder. Now, Tim, often at these Wentworth Park big Group 1 meetings, we see Graham Bate come along and absolutely dominate, but you're tipping that Andrea Daly is going to win the previous 2 events. She's got one here that looks pretty well placed as well.
Yeah, I think she's going to have a really big night. They're coming up with a truckload, and I think Veyron Bale has got a terrific chance. He can be very risky at box rise, don't worry about that, but he's got high speed when he hits the ground. He has experience around Wentworth Park, which is amazing. major plus in this race. If he does step cleanly, I think he can roll to the lead. He can run around 30 seconds. It'll get him home in this. 2 Veyron Bale on top. 5 Tomato Catch-Up is an interesting runner, trained by Peter Lagosiani. Resuming from a lengthy break, hasn't had a run since October, but she can run time. She can break 30 seconds when she's on song. And Peter's thrown her straight into a Group 1 race. So I would imagine she's going very well, and she's right up to the task, and she will be value number 5, Tomato Catch-Up. And throw in 7, Cadence. Big winner here in flying time last week from an outside alley. He's gone in 1 to her left, and she might get a beautiful card across at the first turn, and she's got a bit of strength on her side as well. But Veyron Bale, the Victorian, on top.
Okay, well, that is the 4 legs of the Quaddie, but we are going to go through all 8 of the heats of the Paws of Thunder. Now, Tim, give us your tip in heat number 1.
I like number 3, Take It All, for Darren McDonald. Formerly trained by Doreen Drynan early in its career, but sent down to Victoria and has really gone great guns down there. Has trialled at the track and broken 30 seconds. Is an up-and-coming greyhound. I think it's got a massive motor, and I think it is one of the wild cards in the series. Take It All in race number 1.
Heat number 2 on the program. Proven Nitro goes around here. Very tough to beat.
Series favourite will start probably $1.50, $1.60 on Saturday night, and should be getting the money. If he drew any other box, you might want to risk him, but he really does look like he'll be winning. He does meet a strong field. There's a couple of interesting runners. Magic Fancy, the gun young pup here in New South Wales. Free Will is airborne at the moment, and Dinkum can run time, but Proven Nitro will start a short price favourite.
Race number 3 on the program is heat 3 of the Paws of Thunder.
Andrea Daly again, Benny. Garrick Bale, he's got experience here at Wentworth Park. He can be a bit touchy at box rise, but he's got high speed. I would prefer him drawn a little wider on the track, but I think he'll go very close. Haranui Hitman, a big danger, but first up at the track.
Well, races number 6, 7 and 8. You can see Tim's tips on your screen there on the graphic. We've been through them in the Quaddie legs, but it takes us along to race number 9, which is heat 7 of the Paws of Thunder.
Andrea Daly again. I'm getting worried, Benny. Could be a big night. Number 4, Street Bike Tommy. Debuting at the track. Again, a big concern, but has got high speed. Can overcome the 4 alley if he does begin. Mr. Clydesdale, one of our favourite runners. He's got a chance. He's drawn the 8 alley. If he does get across at the first turn, he'll be winning, but I'm going to go for a little bit of value on Street Bike Tommy.
All right, we'll take us to the final race of the night. It is heat number 8 of the Paws of Thunder.
And gee, I hope hopefully a New South Wales greyhound will get through here. Ritzer Rider, he's one of our old favourites. He's been there and done it in Group 1 and Group 2 company virtually throughout his career. He's drawn a little awkwardly in box 4, but on an each-way basis, if he does find the fence at any stage, he'll be hitting the line strongly.
Okay, so that is a look at most of the races on the program. There's actually one that we haven't covered, and that is where we find Tim's best bet. It comes in race number 4, the first of the heats of the summer play.
And Benny, I like the Taswegian Bellhaven, loves Wentworth Park. Is not all that awkwardly drawn in the centre because number 4, Langy Bale, should burn early and is a little suspect at running out the 700. I think will give Bellhaven the beautiful track into 2nd or 3rd spot in the early stages. I think it'll be much too strong in a race number 4, Bellhaven, the best on the card.
Okay, give us your value bet on the program.
I thought Alan Dion in race 6 was a good gamble. Well drawn in box 5 or a little wider on the track. If he does begin, he's got enough burn to roll to the lead and can run a cheeky race up in the lead position.
Well, that is a good way to bring it back, chasing the dollar for 2013. The Paws of Thunder should be a magnificent night on Saturday night at Wentworth Park. Tim, just before we go, give us your tip for the whole thing.
Proven Nitro's got to be the on-top selection. He'll start the favourite. He's come up with a gun alley on Saturday night. One at value, probably to watch out for. Take It All for Darren McDonald and Doreen Drynan. Comes back to New South Wales after beginning its career here, and I think it can win on Saturday night and run a really good race in the final if it does get through.
All right, thanks a lot, Tim. Enjoy your Saturday night. We'll see you next time on Chasing the Dollar.